being completed. We'll be underway here in just a moment. And as we looked at the scoreboard, both of these teams still looking for their first conference victory here. So this is something's got to break here today with both these teams looking for that first win, first conference win today here. And so we're hopeful that the Turks will have a great opportunity here to get on the winning side of the ledger here today against the Tigers. All right, final tosses. And there we go.
First batter for Granite Falls, number 8, Cameron Tapp.
All right, Cameron Tapp leading things off for the Tigers.
Should point out White's up to bat first.
Yes, white pinstripes versus no pinstripes is how we're going to, for those of you at home, if you're trying to say, both the teams are in white, it's like, yes, they are.
Now, do our baseball teams not have two uniforms, an away and a home?
I don't believe so. I believe they have whites that they wear on the road as well. So. All right. First pitch, ball 1. High, ball 2. Yeah, strike 1.
Nice.
So, yeah, nice pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike, just underway here at Sultan High School. We've got the hometown Turks and the visiting Tigers from Granite Falls. That's high, ball 3, 3-1. And ball 4. So base on balls to the leadoff batter for the Tigers. And number 5, Reese Corey steps in for the Tigers. So Dave, just baseball today on TurkPride.tv, is that right?
This is a slow week. We have 2 baseball games this week, and that's it.
2 baseball games, that's it. Wow, it just seems like the schedule's been a little light this season. I don't know.
I don't know. Last week was crazy.
Oh no! He overthrew it, and runner's going to turn second. Oh, he lost his. There we go. We talked about that in the open, and you just saw it right there. Lost his footing. It is a little slippery out there. You can kind of see dark patches and light patches. That's the moisture that we got earlier today. So last week was spring break, so I was out for most of the week. I know you were out part of the week, but. Made it happen, huh?
Yeah, and then the week before, that was crazy. Remember that list we had?
Yes. Had like 6 games or 7 games in 3 days or something like that. Low. And holds up.
In a situation like that, is the runner at second base, he has to go back, tag second base before he can go to third, right?
Yes. Well, no, in that particular case, if he could go ahead and run.
He could have ran.
Yeah, he could have ran. He's already touched, and he's leading off, so he doesn't have to go back. Only on a fly ball when it's caught, he would have to go back and tag the base and then advance before he could advance.
Okay.
Yep. And swing and a miss. Nice pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at second for the Tigers here in the top of the first. No score.
Who is that on the mound?
Is that cool? Lawson Coy is on the mound for the Turks. He'll be the leadoff batter when the Turks get their first ups here in the bottom half of the inning. Outside ball. Low. Yeah, it does seem like the games kind of come in clumps, don't they, David? You get a slow week and then just a slammed week, and then a slow week and a slammed week. ball. And as we had said in the open, this week we are scheduled. The games for boys baseball are scheduled Monday, Wednesday, Friday, obviously weather permitting. Every other week. This week, Turks have two. Two of the three are at home. Next week, it'll alternate and go the other direction, where they'll have 2 away and 1 at home. So they'll be playing on Wednesday, I believe, next week, if everything pans out according to schedule. At ball 4. So Koa gives up second walks. Runners at first and second. No outs still for the Tigers. And we've got a couple fans that have made their way from Granite Falls. We'd like to welcome them here, and those of you on the broadcast who may be joining us. We hope you enjoy the broadcast just as much as we enjoy bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Oh, inside corner for strike 1. So we've got Coy on the mound, Keeler behind the plate here today, and we'll get to the rest of the lineup as time allows. Ooh, that fouled right back at us here on the screen.
Times like that, you miss Ben, right?
I do miss Ben. Ben, our former producer, he would have jumped through the ceiling on that one. Ben got better though. As he after a few seasons, he calmed down. He wasn't quite as jumpy. But I wonder how old Ben's doing. He was a good kid. Oh, it's inside. And hit sharply. That's just over between the second base, shortstop, and third base. And we're going to have the bases loaded here with no outs in the top of the first. So we want to give a special thanks. I want to give a special thanks to Adam. Coming in today, kind of in a pinch that Sultan couldn't make it. Called Adam. Adam came over, got us set up, and good for Adam.
Yeah, I agree.
Great kid.
Great kid.
Really appreciate his help. And he met me here, and he said, "Hey, last minute change, but I got you set up," and it's like, cool.
Yep.
Adam
is producing and talent for every single softball game this season.
Yeah, see, I mean, he does double duty. I mean, I couldn't do that. I'm not talented enough to do that production and the talking. I can talk, but I can't run that stuff. So that's why you're here, Dave.
Yeah.
That's why you're here.
That's literally the reason why I'm here.
I'm not talented enough to run the board and talk at the same time. It's kind of like chewing gum and talking at the same time. High fly ball. Runner tags, and he's going to score standing up. So first run of the game, Granite Falls up 1-0. Runners advance. We're going to end up with runners first and third. Now 1-0 Granite Falls. So 1 out for the Tigers. So, Dave, we just need to clone you about 4 times, right? Like cloning sheep. And hit sharply, but right to the shortstop. Oh, he misplays it. Gets the play at the force at second and late. So, just that slight little bobble cost the double play, which would have got them out of the inning, and a run does score. So now 2-0 Tigers. Now, Dave, you got to be sure that you take an opportunity to reach out to all of our viewers and have them hit the subscribe button and all that sort of good stuff, right?
Yes. Absolutely. If it wasn't for our...
So go through the steps on how folks do that here as soon as that strike on the outside corner. Because for the folks that remember the old days of how convoluted it was to get to these broadcasts, or you had to pay for a subscription, or you had to go through this gateway and sign up for this account, and
get this code and get that code.
It was a pain. It was a pain. It's just so much simpler. And to allow us to keep making it simple for you, just to jump on YouTube and watch this, Dave will have some things that he would love for you to do so we can keep bringing it to you nice and simple and easy, right, Dave?
Time to fire up the telethon.
There we go. Let's go to the tote board. Foul. 0-2. 2 outs. Turks looking to get out of this inning without any more damage. Just a runner at first is all. That's inside. McCoy's fishing around a little bit, inside, outside, trying to find that groove. Get an idea what that home plate umpire is going to let him have as far as the strike zone tonight. That's high. Ball. Oh, hit sharp, but that's foul. Down the third base line. Two. Time. Home plate umpire calls time. And we're going to reset, step back in. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs on the board for the Tigers here in the top of the first. McCoy delivers, that's inside. Count goes full. And that's outside, so ball 4. So we have a runner at first and second with still now 2 outs for the Tigers here in the top of the first. Outside, strike 1. Got the outside corner there on that one. That's outside, ball. And hit off the end of the bat, popped up, and played by the shortstop for out number 3. But 2 runs across for the Tigers. We move to the bottom of the first. So Dave, so you were going to tell our subscribers how our viewers how they could help us here on TurkPride.tv?
So that's right. So everybody likes free. Right?
Free's good.
Free.
Yep.
To help us keep TurkPride.tv free, we need you, the watchers, to hit that subscribe button on YouTube.
To keep it simple and free.
And to keep it simple and free.
Simple and free.
And Dan's right. If you were here during the days when we had to deal with codes
4 or 5 years ago, it was a pain.
Oh, it was horrible. And then who gets codes and who doesn't get codes? You know, we have a limited number. Do we give them to visiting teams?
Yeah,
you know, it's just, it was a nightmare.
It was like people were selling them on eBay.
Well, it was
Like,
crazy.
come on, man.
So to keep us free, You know, we to keep us free, we have to
We need your help.
monetize YouTube. Right.
That's
so
right.
we need to make revenue from YouTube.
That's right.
YouTube won't give us revenue until we hit 1,000 subscribers.
And we're like at 500 or
yeah, maybe a little shy of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, this season we've made huge upticks because we're really pushing it. We're asking every single stream to hit that subscribe button. Now, when you hit that subscribe button, doesn't mean anything. All you're doing is you're telling YouTube that you're interested in this content. It's not going to send you emails. It's not going to tell you stuff when you log in.
It's not spam. You're not going to get your inbox. Your inbox not going to get filled up with a bunch of junk.
Exactly. But if you do want the spam, right next to the subscribe button, after you click subscribe, it turns gray and it says subscribed. Hit the little bell next to it, and then that'll tell you anytime TurkPride.tv is broadcasting live.
There we go.
But you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
You do not have to do that.
Just the subscribe button is
just
all
hit
we
that
need you to do.
subscribe button.
Right?
Yep.
Perfect. And that helps us. We'll get to our goal of 1,000, right?
Yep.
1,000.
We have to get there. And, you know, I'm not sure. We got to get there by the end of next year. Otherwise, you know, the money man's going to cut us off, I'm sure. The guy who's floating us right now.
That's right. Exactly. So speaking of YouTube, David, I was jumping around YouTube, and I ran across an old commercial from the 1980s. Remember the Ginsu knives from the 1980s? Remember those, Dave? Yeah.
Cut through the tin can.
Yeah, still cut a tomato. Those Ginsu knives, you know, they're still around. They still come out once in a while. You hear of somebody that has one of those. They use them to slice, dice, and julienne, right?
See, that's what scares me is the money man's going to do to the TurkPride.tv budget.
It could be, you know, slicing, dicing, and julienning. All right, Lawson Coy, the pitcher, leading things off. You know, Dave, any knife can slice and dice, but only the Ginsu can julienne, right? Only the Ginsu can julienne. That's the key. Can a knife julienne? That's really what the key. All right, back to action. Ball one for Lawson Coy. Cameron Tapp on the mound for the Tigers, and I was told before the game that he is their top pitcher. He's kind of their ace. So the Turks are seeing the best that Granite Falls has in their rotation here in game number 1 of the series here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And he definitely throws hard. No doubt about that. The young man can definitely rail back and throw it. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the first. Turks trail 2-0 against the visiting Tigers from Granite Falls. Fouled. Count stays at 2-2.
Must have worked, Dan. Somebody just subscribed.
See, they loved your pitch, Dave. They loved your pitch. Yeah, those here at TurkPride.tv, we all do this, is all volunteer. We do this because we love it. We provide the students an opportunity to get some real life experience in producing or broadcasting, and we just need your help to continue to allow that for you to enjoy the programming. And drop third strike and over to first for out number 1. So for you to continue to enjoy that programming free of charge and easy and free, your help with tell your friends, tell your neighbors to hit that subscribe button when you're watching anything here on TurkPride.tv. And Dave, those all count, so any sport, correct? So if they hit subscribe on any stream that Turk is doing, it counts towards the total, right?
That's correct, yep.
Okay, gotcha. So if you're watching girls softball or soccer or whatever, just,
So in the last 30 days, we've gained 18 subscribers.
Okay.
Which isn't bad considering this hasn't been a very active season.
It really hasn't. Maybe it's just me. We've had a couple, like I said, that one week that it was really crazy, but it seems like the schedule's been pretty light, as far as broadcast. But I guess with some of your staffing challenges you've had, maybe that's not a bad thing, right, Dave?
Darn tootin'.
So staffing challenges. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for the Turks. Time. And Jack Hamilton stepping in, number 27 at bat. Inside ball. So the pitcher for Granite Falls definitely has got some velocity, but control has been, he's gone fairly deep, and he got him looking. He's gone fairly deep in the count on the first two batters, but he does get a strikeout there. And stepping in,
14, Kobe Keeler.
Kobe Keeler. And Mr. Keeler last week, I missed it, but he hit a second home run this season. So
that must have been away.
Yes, very well could have been. Probably was away. You're right, at South Whidbey. And but that is awesome. The 2 home runs in one season. It's been a long, long time before we've had a Turk player with 2 home runs in one season before.
Oh, Matt Keeler's watching. Hey, Matt.
Matt Keeler.
Is that him right there?
That's Matt right there. He's watching his son bat right now is what he's doing.
So when he goes back and watches this on demand.
That's right. He'll be famous.
He'll hear our shout out.
He'll hear our shout out. And Kobe hits one.
Oh my gosh.
It's high, but this one's going to stay in play. And makes the catch for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Turks, we go to the top. There we go. There we go.
You finaled a little too early.
I did. I forgot to pause the song and just have the song, so that's all right. That's all right. What are you looking at there, David?
I don't know. They have a new analytics screen on YouTube.
How many people are watching our broadcast?
Yeah, and then rewinding and rewatching things.
Ooh. We have 11 currently?
Yeah.
Ooh. Cool.
It's kind of neat. 22 minutes into the game.
Wow. So it shows you kind of by minute how many people are on and dropped off and so forth.
Yeah, kind of cool.
That is cool. All right, we'll be moving on here to the second inning in just a moment. Yes, they did.
Thank you, Snohomish County, for making our sales tax 9% even.
9. Well, that's easier to remember then, right? They're doing us a favor.
Better than 8.9?
That 8.9 was just too hard to remember that number. So. All right. Two balls, no strikes. So, Dave, we were saying off air that the Snohomish County Council is having a council meeting tonight in Startup. Is that right?
Yep, the
new
council
Startup
meeting
Event
is
Center.
meeting in Startup.
Good for that. That's awesome.
Debbie cleaned it up a little bit more than what she did for our meeting. It looks pretty nice up there. She even mopped the floor.
Wow. Debbie Koppel's just been a driving force in bringing that facility back online. So that's awesome to get some recognition and all for. So, and Dave, we're not streaming that on TurkPride.tv?
Oh my gosh, what an opportunity missed.
Could have done that. You could have done that, Dave. Jeez. In all your spare time, right?
Yeah, right?
In all your spare time.
How could I have missed that?
All right, runner at first for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. Now batting for Granite Falls is Jamison Hoverfield. I believe it's Hoverfield, I believe it is. Yeah, Jamison Hoverfield. Swing and a miss. And we got a few more fans that have shown up for the Turks here and also for the Tigers from Granite Falls. So again, welcome everybody that's here at Sultan High School and those of you that are joining us on the broadcast. Hope you enjoy this just as much as we enjoy bringing it to you on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Outside. Oh, the runner's going to advance on that one. That one goes all the way to the screen. Keeler comes up throwing, but too late. And he'll make it standing up. So runner in scoring position now for the Tigers. No outs here in the top of the second.
Is there somebody that keeps stats like every other sport? Like, steals and...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who's our stat keeper?
Well, the book is kept by somebody in the
dugout?
In the dugout, yeah. Usually one of the coaches, assistant coaches, does that. The official book. And that's something I never learned how to do, is keep baseball scorebook. All the little characters and filling in the triangles and the slashes and all that stuff. Yeah, the back. It's like, it is a science unto itself. And there we go, out number one. And number 8, the pitcher for the Tigers, Cameron Tapp, steps in as they make our way around to the top of the lineup. One down for the Tigers here in the top of the second. And he lifts one into shallow right field. And we're going to have runners at first and third with one out. And then, Dave, after that, we have a school board meeting tonight.
Yeah.
At Sultan Elementary School.
Dave Moon's been up since 3:30 this morning, so he might not make it.
Dave Moon, now come on.
I did the worst thing ever. Right as I laid my head down on the pillow last night, I go, man, I hope I sleep well tonight. And that was just, that was it.
Uh-huh. Oh, Dave, you can't miss all that fun. Come on now.
I know. I really wanted to go tonight, but I don't think I can do it.
And foul. That's over the screen on the dugout, the home dugout there. Bounces out by the batting cages. Strike one. But yes, full day today. Back from spring break, baseball game, council meeting, school board meeting tonight. So yeah, busy day, busy Monday.
It would have been baseball, council meeting, booster club meeting, and
booster club meeting too,
and school board meeting.
School board meeting.
But 2 out of 4 got canceled, so or moved.
Yeah, I saw the booster club meeting got rescheduled. All right. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for the Tigers. Runner goes. All right, and make an attempt at him, but the runner holds at third. It's always the risk you run if you make a play on that runner going to second, that the guy could scamper from third to home.
If you made it to where if you beamed the runner, you get a defensive point.
Yeah.
Right?
You're trying to think some things to make it more exciting, is what you're saying, right?
Well, you should be able to score on defense. There should be some way to score on defense.
Because baseball is a kind of a cerebral game. I get it. For people that like basketball is very fast paced. There's action all the time. Baseball, there's a lot of downtime in between pitches, and it is much more of a cerebral game.
Sometimes I think there should be a mirror at home plate, because they're always checking their pants
Strike
and their
three,
shirt.
got him on the inside corner. Nice pitch by Coy. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Two down. Swing and a miss. So Coy's definitely kind of starting to get his control challenges that he had in the first inning under control, and definitely cruising much better here in the second inning.
And he's definitely dialing it in, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's seems to be much more in command of his pitches. Slapped now, it just past the third base. That's going to score a run, and they're going to send him from second, so that's going to score two. And close, but no play at the plate. So 4-0 now, Granite Falls.
Now batting number 13, Sean Moses.
Runner at first for the Tigers, 2 outs here in the top of the second. 2 runs across, swing and a miss. So nice pitch by Coy, keeping him off balance with off-speed pitches, curves, and so forth. So Granite Falls really hasn't dialed things in. They definitely have some runs on the board, but it's just some timely hitting for the Tigers. Outside ball. Runner goes and hit, but foul out of play down the right field line.
He held his fingers backwards. Did you catch that?
No, I didn't. I did not. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Time by home plate umpire. Pitcher steps off. Batter steps back in. Pitcher steps back on the rubber. And we'll be underway. And toss over to first. Runner gets back easily. Inside ball. Runner goes. Safe. Slides in just under the tag. So now a runner in scoring position for the Tigers with still 2 outs in the top of the second. Yeah, starting to get a little cloudy again, but no signs of rain, so we're hopeful that Mother Nature will cooperate and allow us to get our game in today, but it is very cloudy. Did get some rain earlier. You might see dark patches out there. Footing has been a little bit problematic thus far with some of the base runners. And lifted high, pop up. And second baseman comes over and makes the play for out number 3. So, but the Tigers score 2. They lead 4-0 heading to the bottom of the second. All right, Cody Deason steps in, and this is my first opportunity seeing Mr. Deason this season, so big left-hander. Ball one.
He's a big boy. If he gets a piece of that ball,
he is a big kid. Big kid. 2 balls, no strikes. That's strike 1. Yeah, you got a big, strong kid and a fastball pitcher up there. That makes contact. It's going to go a long ways. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Deason goes down on strikes. He swung at a bad pitch there, so but out number 1.
Number 22, Jaden Boyd.
Jaden Boyd steps in. Jaden is playing first base today for the Turks. Swing and a miss. So Dave, any new and exciting broadcasts coming up on TurkPride.tv, or pretty much the standard offerings that we've been bringing folks in the past?
Yeah, we're pretty much out of anything unusual. We're going to be streaming the high school signing event in May.
Oh, there you go.
College signing.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And then, of course, graduation.
Right. Very good. Inside. And then, of course, we have Mickey Miller's Advice for the Lovelorn is a weekly show that gets a lot of viewership here on TurkPride.tv.
Tomorrow on the Ocho, we're streaming the chess match in the library.
There you go. There you go. And I heard the Mahjong Championships are coming up pretty soon, too, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right, Joe Day now with 2 outs for the Turks. Strike 1. Nice pitch. So the pitcher for the Tigers, Cameron Tapp, he definitely can throw some heat. There's no doubt about that. I think this is probably taking just a little getting used to here for the Turks and dealing with the velocity, and then they're not used to seeing someone who can throw quite that hard. However, Mr. Tapp has had, he's gone fairly deep in the counts. As is the case a lot of times at the high school level. You can throw hard, but that doesn't mean that you have control of those pitches, and you tend to go fairly deep in the count and do walk a few folks. So. Swing and a miss.
Oh, did our ump get tagged?
All right, home plate umpire took one there, and we are back to action. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and the Turks go down 1-2-3. So we head to the top of the 3rd. Turks trailing 4-0.
Dan, have you noticed how the temperature has dramatically dropped over the last half hour?
Well, you're in a short sleeve shirt, so you're probably noticing it a little more than I am, but you're right. Cloud cover, definitely very thick, has moved in. Now, unfortunately, the rain has stayed away. We did have some rain briefly as we started the game, but thus far it has not returned, so we hope that's the case. All right, we're on our way to the top of the third, and fouled on the first base line. Strike one. What is the current temperature, David?
Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's currently 60 degrees.
Oh, it's currently 60 degrees. Thanks, Siri. No balls, 2 strikes to the batter, or the Tigers batter. And the pitch, and a slow roller down the first base line, fielded by Boyd, and steps on first base unassisted for out number 1. Number 24, Blake Williams steps in for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. And for those of you maybe that are unfamiliar with the rivalry that exists between these two teams, just long-term rivalry, all sports, baseball, football, basketball. It's always definitely a competition when these two teams get together. High ball. A lot of pride on the line when these two teams play each other. Two schools very similar in size, similar in demographics, similar in geography. Just very, very similar to each other, and it really makes for a competitive contest. Inside ball. Two balls, 1 strike. Outside ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. And a slow roller to the shortstop, comes up cleanly, throwing over to first. Oh, he just missed it. Throw was just a little low, and Boyd couldn't quite get a handle on it, so the runner lands safely at first. So 1 down with run at first for the Tigers. And ball gets past Keeler, the catcher, and runner's going to scamper over to second base. Now the Tigers have a runner in scoring position with just 1 out here in the top of the third. They lead the hometown Turks 4-0. High outside ball. 2-0. Ooh, just missed high. 3 balls, no strikes. So he's going to get something to hit here. And he'll most likely be taking all the way, trying to get a walk. And ball 4. So runners now at first and second with still 1 out in the top of the third. George Fitzgerald, number Number 24 steps in for the Tigers. Tigers in their white pinstripes, with Turks with solid whites. For those of you watching from home, if you're saying, gosh, it's a little hard to tell which team's which, you're right.
In HD, by the way.
In HD?
Yeah, this is our first year of full season HD. Every sport.
It looks really clean. That's why we need people to hit that subscribe button, right, David?
That's absolutely right.
Absolutely.
HD doesn't come free, people.
That's right. Bringing this high quality, high definition programming here free of charge on YouTube, but we need your help.
Jaden, how you doing? Thanks for watching, man.
Hey, there we go. We're getting some comments from viewers. Welcome, all of you, from wherever you join us. We appreciate you being here today on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pitch fouled back on the screen just above our vantage point here. Strike 2. And hit to right field. Oh, that's going to be deep over his head. And that's going to score 1, I would say. Nope, they're going to hold him. They're going to hold him. So a long single. That's about as long a single as you're ever going to see. And we've got the bases loaded now for the Tigers with just 1 out.
Hard swing.
Yeah, swing and a miss. Second pitch fouled off the screen, so quickly ahead 0-2. Again, as we mentioned early on, both these teams looking for their first conference win of the season here, so definitely a hard-fought battle thus far, with the Turks a little on the short end of a very manageable game, 4-0. But right now, with the bases loaded, hoping to avoid allowing any more runs to come across in the 3rd inning here. Fouled off the screen down the first baseline. One, 2. And oh, it's hit into right field. That's going to score 1. And they'll hold everybody, so bases stay loaded. Just RBI single. Bases still remain full now with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. And Cameron Tapp, the pitcher, steps in with an opportunity to help himself here and extend this lead for his team, who now lead the Turks 5-0. Outside ball. High ball. And a little conversation at the mound. Coach Leverett makes his way out to the mound to talk with his young pitcher. just make sure everybody's on the same page here, so that we don't inadvertently do something incorrect. So for those of you just joining us, a reminder, we will have, this is the first of 3 this week between these two teams. Turks will have home games obviously today, Monday, and scheduled for Friday, and an away game at Granite Falls on Wednesday. So that is the format from this point on, as we're playing league games. Conference games is teams will play 3 times, and Turks will alternate where they'll have 2 of 3 at home and then 2 of 3 on the road. So played South Whidbey last week, Granite Falls this week under that format. High ball. You want to keep it down, keep the ball in play, give your fielders an opportunity to make. You'd really just love to see a nice little roller right to the shortstop for a double play. Right here would be as ideal as you could ask for, but we will see. Oh, that's way inside, and that's ball 4. So it walks, run in, and it's going to make it now 6-0 Granite Falls.
And that loads the bases too, doesn't it?
Bases are still stay loaded.
Stay
yes.
loaded. Oh, walks
okay.
one in. I missed
and
that.
Now, yes, walked one in. Bases were loaded, walked one in, and we are going to have a pitching change. It looks like. So we'll take a little break here on TurkBrite.tv, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, we are back. We got a pitching change. Tremaine Powell has come in from left field for the Turks in relief. Swing and a miss. And we've seen Mr. Powell several times. I've been very impressed with him and his composure to come in difficult situations, and he's handled himself very well. And, so I think it's a good call by Coach Leverett to bring him in at this time. Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Again, bases loaded, so Powell's coming in a tough spot here, trying to pitch himself out of that jam. Gets a sign. Low ball. 3-1. Gotta go after these guys right here. Again, walks. Not what you want when the bases are loaded. So let's make them earn those runs. No freebies. Oh, that's ball 4. All right, so that's gonna walk in a run. It's gonna now go to 7. 7-0, and we are still finding ourselves in the top of the 3rd in a game that actually was moving along pretty quickly, David. I mean, we're an hour in. It's definitely slowed down a little bit with this inning, but up until now the pace has been pretty good. High, ball 1. And chopped right back to the pitcher, over to first, but the run does score. So kind of a reaction play there by Powell as he ended up going over to first base when probably his play should have been at the plate. But again, that's just kind of reaction. You always want to go over to first when the base is loaded situation. Obviously, you want to get that leadoff runner. That's at home plate, but did not happen. Score now 8-0 Granite Falls. And hit foul down the 3rd baseline. And reaches on a low one. It's a roller towards the shortstop. Takes a tough hop and can't handle it. And everybody is safe. Run scores. So we got runners now on the corners with still 2 outs. 9-0 Tigers.
11. Aaron Jensen.
Number 11, Aaron Jensen, steps in for the Tigers. Fouled up over our vantage point. Did you park your car back there, Dave? Ah, Dave winces. I know Mickey didn't park her nice car over there, though. You walked, Mickey. Mickey walked, yeah. She's a smart girl. That's all right, Dave. If there was a dent, we'll just take it out of your paycheck, all right? We'll just do a payroll deduction. No big deal. Yeah. What are you driving these days, Dave? What is it? 97 Sable?
97 Mercury something.
Mercury something.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's a 2002.
Ooh, hey, you got some pretty nice wheels.
21st century ride.
There you go, baby. And popped up into into short right field and makes the play for out number 3. But damage is done. Turks trail now going to the bottom of the third. 9-0.
No, his parents owned it, and now he's
see.
taking it over.
I see.
Family business.
Very cool. Austin Wiedemann, number 5, leading things off here for the Turks in the bottom half of the third inning. Turks trailing now 9-0, so need to get things going here as we're reached getting close to the halfway point. Outside ball.
Dan, I'm going to have to abandon you soon.
I know. You have to get to the city council meeting, or the county council meeting, not city council meeting.
I asked Adam to come by after show choir.
Oh, there we go. Well,
so
very nice.
He should be able to close up for you. But just in case, I'm going to show you what magic button to press, okay?
Yes, yes, please do. I need to know the magic button.
Oh, no.
And it's going to be safe. There we go. So, good hustle there and safe.
I thought for sure he was an easy out. That was awesome.
Number 11, Tremaine Powell.
Tremaine Powell, our relief pitcher, is up. And Powell hits a little blooper. There we go, helping the cause into shallow right field. So we got runners on first and second now for the Turks. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
Turning into a producer. This student run.
I don't know about
student
that.
run.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. All right, David, appreciate you stopping by, and we will catch you later.
Well, thanks for having me.
Oh, you bet. 2 outs. Oh, that's outside ball, and runner goes for the Turks. Going to get down, and he makes it. Some aggressive base running there for Sultan, and time. And Coach Leverett thought that was a balk, complaining to the infield umpire. They're going to convo here. And the home plate umpire overrules. Yes, and runner from third scores. So everybody advances, one base, and the Turks are on the board. There we go. So balk advances runner from first to second and from third to home. All right, so the Turks are on the board. Kind of an unconventional way, but we will take it here. Strike. And chopped foul. All right, so again, 9-1 here in the bottom of the third. Turks have runner on second in scoring position. No outs. And it's a little slow roller to the second baseman, picks it up over to first for out number 1, but runner goes over to third and makes a big turn, but then dives back. So Powell lands safely at third base with 1 out for Sultan. And Lawson Coy steps in next.
Number 1, Lawson Coy.
High and outside. All right. Yeah, Coach Leverett's giving a little instruction there to Mr. Powell as far as some base running tips. Strike. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at third for the Turks. 9-1, Granite Falls. And a nice hit by Coy. He gets all that one. It's going to drop between right field and center field. He's going to get a stand-up double RBI. And nice hit by Lawson Coy. So RBI double for our starting pitcher today, Mr. Lawson Coy. So 9-2 Tigers.
Number 27, Jack Hamilton.
And next in number 27, Jack Hamilton. All right. This umpire did not call time. They're calling it a balk. A second one now issued on the Granite Falls pitcher, and so the runner advances from second to third. High and inside. And Granite Falls coach is going to go out and have a little conversation with his pitcher. Catcher is going to join them at the mound and make sure that they've got things straight. Turks threatening here again in this inning. got now 2 on the board with just 1 out and threatening to add a third and get themselves right back into this game. Hamilton has some power. We have seen him knock in some runs this season, so obviously with the runner in scoring position, he's looking to get a nice solid single and bring Lawson Coy in. Two balls, no strikes. Foul down the first base line. All right. 2-1. Oh, swung at a bad pitch. 2-2. Oh, my mistake. That is strike 3. So, yeah, he wish he could have got that one back because he swung at a bad pitch there.
Now batting number 14, Kobe Keeler.
And Keeler, number 14, our catcher today, steps in. And again, Mr. Keeler had his 2nd home run of the season last week at South Whidbey, so I want to recognize that. That's kind of a... And he hits one, hits all of it. Center fielder retreats, and makes the catch at the warning track for out number 3. So, but the Turks score 2. We head to the bottom of the, or top of the 4th, trailing 9-2. right, we are making our way to the fourth inning here with the Turks trailing 9-2.
Number 24, Blake Williams.
Tremaine Powell in relief of Lawson Coy here in his first full inning of work. Oh, that's outside, ball one. Just a bit outside. Ball two. So the Turks need to continue to play good defense, good pitching, hold the Tigers in check, and again, heat their bats up like they did last inning here again for the remainder of the way. Still a very, very winnable game, and up for grabs here. But again, got to take care of things out in the field first. And lifted, but right to the second baseman, who makes the catch for out number one. So nice play out there.
Number 10, Caden Fuller.
Caden Fuller stepping in, left-hander. Ball one. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Swing and a miss. So Powell ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here for the Tigers in the top of the fourth. They lead the Turks 9-2. And foul just over the screen down the third base line. Boy, he made it all the way down to first before he turned around. He was anxious. Where is he? Oh, he's clear down to first base already. He's like, turn around, come back. Yeah, he wanted to stay warm. It's getting chilly out there. Powell delivers. Ooh, that's inside. 2-2. And that one's hit. That straightaway center should be very playable, and catch made for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Tigers here in the top of the fourth. Bases are empty, and it's going to bring up number 14, George Fitzgerald.
Number 14, George Fitzgerald.
All right, Fitzgerald steps in. Tall right-handed hitter. That's inside, ball one. Low, ball two. 2-0. So Powell done well for himself thus far. Came in a very difficult situation, and has pitched well thus far this in his first full inning of work, but finding himself behind 2-0 right now. And hit foul back over the screen, 2-1. high, 3-1. So base is empty for Powell. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Turks trailing 9-2 to the visiting Tigers of Granite Falls. And it's ball 4. So runner trots down to first. Fitzgerald gets a free pass.
Number 15, Jameson Porterfield.
And number 15 steps in the box for the Tigers. Inside by Powell. Ball 1. So Turks very much would like to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs, as they showed some good signs of life lasting and are hopeful of continuing that here in their half of the 4th. Runner goes on the pass ball. Three balls, no strikes. All right, Powell needs to get his best pitch right down the middle here and get a strike. There you go, just like that. 3-1. All right, now the hitter will have the green light to go ahead and see if it's something he likes and take a cut at it. Chopped foul down the third base line. It's foul ball. Foul ball. Never did enter the field of play. It rolled foul all the way from the time it left his bat. And that's a hot roller right up the middle. And runner's going to come around. They're going to send him. And he's going to score. And that makes it 10. And play on second. And not in time. So the runner was able to get in. So we have an RBI double. And it makes the score now 10-2 Tigers. Ball. Runner's going to go. And runner goes now over to third base. So Tigers have a runner at third with still 2 outs here in the top of the 4th, leading 10-2. Chopped foul down the third baseline. And again, we'd like to thank all of you that joined us here on TurkPride.tv today for this contest. We hope you enjoyed the game just as much as we enjoy bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. In addition to our fans joining us on the live broadcast, we've got fans here in the stands enjoying what's been a very entertaining game thus far between the hometown Turks and the visiting Tigers. Ball inside. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Powell's just hoping to get out of this inning here. He's given up 1. And hit down the first base line. That is foul. high ball. 3-2. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third for the Tigers here in the top of the 4th. And that's hit straight away center. And runner will score easily from third, and it's an RBI single. 11-2. Runner goes. And slides in safely into second. And ball gets past the catcher. And do apologize for technical difficulties. We're actually in the top of the 4th inning, not the bottom of the 3rd. Working on getting that rectified for you. But 11-2 is our score. And it gets past the catcher, so Powell's struggling a bit with his control right now. Right, and runner makes his way down to first. Okay, we got that fixed. So top of the 4th again, yes, 11-2, 2 outs.
Number 27,
Jack Priestley here. So 11-2, runners at the corners for the Tigers. 2 outs, still 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Powell. Batter's way ahead of that pitch. And hit, roller right to the shortstop, long throw over to first, and makes the catch for out number 3. But not before the Tigers score a couple more and now lead 11-2 heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Number 8, Cody Deason.
All right, welcome back. We make our way to the bottom half of the fourth inning, leading things off for the Turks. Number 8, Cody Deason. Strike one. And Deason hits one deep to left field that drops in. And he's going to dig for two. And he's going to make a stand-up double. So nice hit by Deason. Lead things off here for the Turks in the bottom of the fourth. Runner in scoring position.
Number 22, Jaden Boyd.
Jaden Boyd, number 22, steps in. Swing and a miss. Oh, that's outside low. Strike. Low ball. Deason with a nice lead, but decides to stay. And hit sharply and bounces off the shortstop's gloves. So Deason's going to make his way over to third. And we're going to have runners at the corners here for the Turks with no outs in the bottom of the fourth. So nice start up for the Turks, and building upon what they did in the last inning where they scored 2 and got on the board. Now have a runner in scoring position with his teammate standing safely at first.
Number 7, Joe Day.
And Joe Day's next stepping in. And foul up against the screen. And Day steps in. Ooh, close. Nice move over to first there. But able to jump back in, dive in underneath is Boyd. So again, Boyd on first, Deason on third, Day at the plate. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth, so Turks in a good position here with some timely hitting to add to that run total from what they started in the last inning. And Day pops it up, very shallow infield, but playable, and caught by the third baseman. So that's out number 1.
Number 5, Austin Wiedemann.
Strike one. So Austin Wiedemann up at the plate for the Turks. 1 out, no balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of the fourth. Cameron Tapp on the mound for the Turks. Definitely has got a strong arm. I will say that about that young man. But he has had some control issues, as was the case with a lot of power pitchers. Control can kind of go by the wayside for that increased velocity that you're throwing out there. And we've seen that. He struggled just a little bit, gone pretty deep in the counts to a lot of the batters, thrown a lot of pitches today, but continues to stay pretty sharp out there as far as his velocity. I really have not noticed much of a tail off in the speed and ferocity of which he has been pitching those balls to the Turk batters. Ball. 3-1. Chopped just over the pitcher's head. That's a perfect spot for one. Just really hard to play. Chopped over the pitcher, but in front of the shortstop, and gets on an RBI single. So decent scores from third down, makes it 11-3 Tigers.
Number 11, Tremaine Powell.
Runners at first and second, 1 out for the Turks. And popped out of play. So Powell is at the plate right now, our pitcher, who's come in relief and done a nice job. The young man has been able to keep composure himself, giving up a few runs, but overall making a good showing of himself here this afternoon. Strike. Oh, that's lined right down. Yes, it's fair. Nice hit. Nice hit. It's going to come around. Boyd's going to score. And Powell gets an RBI double. Nice hit. Beautiful. Placed right down the first base line. And past the outstretched arm of the first baseman. And the run scores. Now makes it 11-4 Tigers. All right, Josh Whitmire-Skeeth steps in. Timeout. And we're going to have a ball change here. Pitcher doesn't like that one, so we'll try a different one. Okay, so what we've got now, we've got runners at second and third, so 2 in scoring position for the Turks, and now 11-4. So Turks definitely hanging tough, making a game of this here this afternoon. Ooh, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. So quickly, Skeeth falls behind 0-2. Setting up outside. Low ball. 1-2. Fouled right back at us here. So weather continues to hold off. We have not had any rain since just very early on in the first inning. But field conditions are a bit slippery out there, but thus far, knock on wood, Skeeth pops one up infield. Everybody's got a hold, and no one advances. So now 2 outs. Everybody will be going on contact for the Turks. And Coy, who had a nice hit, nice double, RBI double at his last at bat, is stepping in now for the Turks with an opportunity to do it again here. Another double would be very, very nice right now. That's score 2. So, swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1. And strike 3. So we leave 2 on, but the Turks score 2. We head to the top of the 5th. The J trail 11-4. All right, we make our way to the top of the 5th inning. Turks scored 2 and came within 7. Now trailing 11-4. And first pitch from Powell is a ball. Ball 2. Chopped. It's a fair ball. And nice heady play there by Keeler, the catcher, but that dropped in the field of play, and so made a quick throw down the first base for out number 1. Blake Williams. Aaron Jensen. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong line here. Mr. Williams is up next. He's number 24. So Aaron Jensen, number 11, steps in for the Tigers. And we're looking at some darker clouds that are definitely starting to move in here. Foul back on the screen, strike 1. But we are hopeful that we can still get the game in today. Because, again, we've got 3. We've got 3 to play this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Obviously, 2 of those, Monday and Friday, scheduled here at Sultan High School, with the Wednesday game scheduled at Granite Falls High School. And lined into straightaway center field for a single. Oh, and here comes the rain. Just like that on cue, it's like you flip the switch, and boy, the rain started. kind of like in the movies, when they flip the switch, just all of a sudden the rain just started. We didn't have a drop, and then it just started. So we got some dark clouds behind us here. Hopefully it'll just be a shower that'll move through quickly. But all right, Blake Williams stepping in for the Tigers. And we got some fans scurrying for cover here. And fouled, out of play down the third baseline. Thankfully here at Sultan High School, we've got everybody under cover. We've got covered bleachers on both sides, so both the home and the away fans can stay out of the inclement weather. And we do appreciate our nice little covered area here. However, it'd be nice, Mickey, to have some heat, wouldn't it? A heater would be nice. Dave Moon, if you're listening, Dave Moon. And rain picks up in a little bit of intensity here. Oh, we're going to call time and go to the dugouts and wait out this rainstorm here. So all the players are going to go ahead and see if we can wait for this little rain shower to blow through. Everybody's going to retreat to their respective dugouts, and yeah, it's coming down pretty good right now. So hopefully we won't get doused too much to where we can't continue. But we are going to take a little break in the action. So stay with us. We will return just as soon as Mother Nature gets done with her little liquid show here. So we'll be back soon. Thanks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you an update, we did have a thunder and lightning strike here. Nobody's injured, everybody's under cover, but rules are that is a mandatory 20-minute delay, 20-minute rain delay for thunder and lightning. So again, we're going to take a brief break. We will hopefully resume this rain delay in 20 minutes back here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. right, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you an update for those of you just joining us here on TurkPride.tv, we have had a rain delay. We actually had some thunder and lightning, so a lightning delay. Mandatory 20-minute break for lightning. Right now, it's kind of an odd situation. The skies have brightened. We see a little bit of sun in the distance, but it's started raining harder, so let's go figure, right? But we did have a heavy thundercloud came through, dumped quite a bit of rain. But both coaches have talked. It looks like they would like to continue the game. Coaches are out there throwing some drying material out on the field, and hopefully if we can just get Mother Nature to stop raining, we can get things dried out enough to finish this game. We find ourselves in the fifth. Turks trailing 11-4. So again, we'll be back just as soon as we can, as soon as we get the field playable and the conditions safe for the participants. We'll be back with you for action, hopefully here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those of you joining us back here, we've got beautiful sunshine poking its head through the clouds from the west, and we've got the field sufficiently dried out. Home plate umpire has deemed the field playable, and we're doing the final warm-up tosses here, and we'll be back to action in just a couple of minutes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. We've got a good one here. We're going to get this one, going to get her in today, we hope, here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. All right, we will resume play right where we left off. For those of you just joining us, or maybe have been apart from us for a while, we're in the top of the 5th inning. The count on the batter is 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We have, for Granite Falls, we have a runner at first and batter at the plate, again with a count of 1-1. So here we go. We're back to action. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, we were skeptical. Mickey Miller and I were sitting here saying, I don't think we're going to be able to get back to this one, but proved us wrong. Here we are. Back to playing ball. Chopped foul. 2-2. Ooh, that's high. And runner goes, but fouled back off the first baseline. So it looks like the thunder shower that hit us has passed towards the north. I see it very dark up towards the north, which would be where Granite Falls comes from. So they're probably getting some rain up in that neck of the woods right now. But so far the skies have cleared momentarily, and we play on. And hit high, and still in play, but out of play, but in playable, but out for foul. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first for the Tigers. Tigers leading 11-4 over the hometown Turks. We find ourselves in the top of the 5th inning. High. And that gives a pass ball on base on balls. So runner now at first and second. All right, Fuller steps in. Swing and miss. I should say foul ball. Strike 1. This is a lovely evening, Mickey. I mean, the sun's out. I mean, it's a beautiful day for baseball. Oh, pass ball. So we're going to have runners advance. Now they're going to be at second and third. Ooh, hit sharply right up the middle. And tries to make the claw. Oh, and just was unable to hang on to it over at first base. And run comes in to score. That makes it 12-4. And sliding into first base there, the Granite Falls runner is safe. Umpire asks him, "Are you all right?" He says yes.
Number 14, George Fitzgerald.
All right, so we got runners now at first and third for the Tigers. And home plate ump's going to brush off the plate. Throw over to third. Runner retreats, gets back safely. I think I'm hearing some. And ball gets past Keeler there just a little bit, bobbles it momentarily, and going to come up and runners advance now to second and third. So Mickey, I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm hearing some thunder rumbling kind of in the distance there, but it seems to be heading out towards the east, unless I'm hearing something else. But again, yeah, but right over our area seems to be fine right now. We've got dark clouds to the north and to the east of us, but the west seems fairly clear, and that's where the weather will be coming from. Fouled right at the plate. One ball, one strike, one out. Runners at second and third for the Tigers. They lead 12-4 over the hometown Turks. And throw over to third base, gets back. Oh, yeah. His mom's going to be really happy tonight cleaning that uniform. Yeah, his mom's just going to love seeing him. And that's hit sharply, but right at the right fielder. Nice play. And everybody holds. So nice catch by the right fielder, Whitmire-Skeeth. All right, so the high. And runner trots down to first. And so we've got bases loaded, 1 out. And you know that nice sunny weather we were talking about a minute ago, Mickey? It's gone now. The clouds have covered the sun, and now it's just gotten very damp and very cold. It's dropped about 5 degrees. It's down to 55. It was 60 at game time, but we're at about 55 right now. It's just a very damp cold. That definitely is very noticeable. Bases loaded for the Tigers. 2 outs. Powell really wanting to get him out of a jam. That's what we're looking for. That ground ball over to first and for out number 3. So bases loaded. Strand 3. We're going to move to the bottom of 5. Turks trailing 12-4. All right, we make our way to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Turks trailing 12-4 here. Let's get this changed on our screen here to the bottom of the 5th inning. There we go. And I do apologize. I'm short a producer today, so kind of doing double duty. High. Three balls, no strikes to Hamilton. And ball 4. So Hamilton gets a free pass down to first base, and Turks have their leadoff runner.
Number 14, Kobe Keeler.
And number 14, Kobe Keeler catching today for the Turks. I would imagine we will probably, I know that we will see him pitch in one of these games in this series, either Wednesday, scheduled Wednesday at Granite Falls, or back here on Friday at Sultan High School. So we invite you to tune in on Friday, again, weather permitting, for our next broadcast here on TurkPride.tv, Turk Baseball, TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Yeah, hopefully the weatherman right now says towards the end of the week supposed to be better than the first part of the week, but we've definitely had some interesting weather today. Thunder, lightning, rain, sun, and the coach is going to come out and have a little conversation with his pitcher. We have had a pitching change here this inning. My apologies for not making mention of that. But now on the mound for the Tigers, number 5. There we go, Reese Corey. Reese Corey is in. And they're kind of talking over things. All right, a little break in the action here as pitcher warms up, and we'll be back to action in just a moment. But again, is one thing that not only we have the weather to deal with, but something we need to kind of keep an eye with is the darkness here as well. And as a reminder, we do not have any lights here at Sultan High School, which is pretty typical of high schools that they don't have lighted fields. So again, we find ourselves just in the bottom of the 5th in the game that is not a 10-run differential. So we're going to continue at least until the 6th inning. And darkness could definitely become an issue here with that 20-minute rain delay or thunder lightning delay that we had earlier. Has pushed us definitely past where we typically would be at this point. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike. Inside. Three balls, 1 strike, no outs for the Turks. Runner at second, Hamilton in scoring position. We're going to ask for a new ball. And Keeler gets all of that one. It could be back, home run. Wow, he got all that one. That baby just jumped off the bat. Fantastic. Wow, 2-run home run for Kobe Keeler. That's his 3rd of the season, 2nd here at Sultan High School. And, man, he got all of that pitch. There was no doubt when that baby left the bat. It was going, gone. 2-run home run for Mr. Keeler. Fantastic. Man alive, that's what it's all about. So we add 2 to the score, 2 to the tote board, and the Turks have cut the lead now down to 12-6. All right, congratulations to Mr. Keeler. All right, so that clears the bases now for Cody Deason. Still no outs for the Turks. in what is now turned into a 12-6 game. So, and Keeler just got all of that straightaway right field, and when it left the bat, there was just pretty much no doubt. Deason gets a big chunk of that one, but under it, and that's going to go foul out of play down the third base line. It's the roof of the maintenance facility here right next to right by the tennis courts here at Sultan High School. And Deason fouls it back on the screen. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count, no outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Turks trail 12-6, but it's definitely the Turks are on the move, have been chipping away 2 runs per inning here in the last 3 innings, and trying to get their way right back into this game. Definitely we see and Deason's going to take a free pass down to first base. Definitely have seen a momentum shift. The Turks definitely have been fueled, trying to get some base hits, get some base runners, better defense, good, consistent pitching, and thus far it really has done well. Safe. And and Mr. Deason's gonna be nice and dirty tonight. Got a present for you, Mom. Strike. 0-1. Ooh, hit him. Ouch. That one, yeah, he lost control of that one, and it got him smack dab, looked like on the thigh, just above the knee. He's pointing to it. He's okay though. He'll probably have a nice little purple bruise there in the morning, but he's when you get that adrenaline pumping out there, you just don't really notice that stuff, especially when you're mounting yourself a nice little comeback here in this game. Runners on first and second for the Turks. 12-6 the score, but nobody out. And foul, and they're definitely getting dialed into the velocity of this pitcher here for the Tigers. And early on in the game, I think it was a little intimidating, but they've adjusted, and they realize that when that ball comes in straight and fast, it can definitely go out straight and fast also too. And Turks are starting to get an idea of how to handle somebody that's can throw, a power pitcher. Chopped. That's a slow roller. The pitcher tries to get underneath it, but he can't get in time. No, he's safe. Safe. Nice hustle by the pitcher, but threw from his knees and tried to make that play, but no go. And the bases are now loaded for Mr. Wiedemann. All right, Coach Leverett says anything on the ground, we are moving. Gotta go. Got the force situation in there. Move on contact. You are moving. And pass ball. Nope. They're going to stay. Footing is just too slippery right now to attempt to try to score from third base on a pass ball. So I would not expect to see Deason do that because, again, not the fastest player on the team. And with the footing and slippery conditions out there, again, a good call not to send him. 1-1. And runner gets back at first. All the moms are going to get a chance to launder uniforms tonight. Yeah. Strike 3. So Weeman goes down on strike. So 1 out now for the Turks, but still bases loaded. So they're in a good situation.
Number 11, Tremaine Powell.
And Tremaine Powell, pitcher steps in for the chance to really help himself here, driving a couple more runs. Fouled over the screen. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. And Powell behind quickly, 0-2. Swing and a miss, and goes down on strikes. So just that quickly go from bases loaded with nobody out to bases loaded with 2 out. And now you go on contact. Everybody moves as soon as we hear the plunk on the bat. And Josh Whitmire-Skeeth, number 2, the right fielder, steps in, and a big opportunity for this young man. One ball, no strikes on Whitmire-Skeeth. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Getting the signals from third base coach Leverett. Chopped foul down the third base line. Strike 2. 1-2. High ball, 2-2. Inside, ball 3, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Turks. Strike 3, and the Turks strand 3. But they score 2 more, so we go to the top of the 6th. Turks trailing 12-6. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we make our way to the top of the 6th inning. Turks trailing 12-6 in what has been a very entertaining game. Had a little bit of everything. We've had weather, we've had home runs, we've had, all kinds of exciting stuff out there, and what's been, again, a very entertaining game thus far. Turks kind of trying to claw and scratch their way back, but still a fair ways to go, trailing 12-6, as time is starting to run short here, both in innings and in daylight. So we'll see how things transpire here for the remaining time that we have left. I know both coaches would love to get this game in tonight, in what has been a challenge thus far, in a game now that's approaching 3 hours in duration. Inside ball.
Number 27, Jack Ridgway.
Runner goes. Fouled back to the screen, so he got a little exercise, but he's going to have to turn around and head back. Oh, and hit straight away center field, but a good beat on it, makes the catch, and runner's got to get all the way back, and in time for the double play. So nice play by the Turks. That's how you do it right there. Nice catch, and he jumped, thought he was going to drop in, but a nice play by the center fielder and a nice throw by the second baseman, first baseman to get a double play. That's what we talk about. Confidence continues to build for the Turks. Start getting some runs, building some confidence, playing some good defense. And hit sharply past the shortstop into left field. And that's going to be a single. So 2 outs. Still remains 2 outs here for the Tigers in the top of the 6th inning.
Number 11, Aaron Jensen.
Chop foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball. All right, so we make our way 2 outs, runner at first and second for the Tigers. We're going to be continuing our broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, but with a video-only feed. We do hope you stay with us and enjoy the rest of what has been a very entertaining game here between the Turks and the Tigers. Will join you. I'll be back and join you on Friday afternoon, weather permitting, at these same 2 teams. Good night.